Hello, let's start with our today's JSON with this amazing JSON visualizer by dsr.chacode.com. Use this link to get a 70 free trial. And our today's question is diameter of a binary tree. Okay, so what is the question? Given a root of a binary tree, return the length of its diameter. Okay, and what is the diameter? A diameter, the number of edges on the longest path between any two nodes which need not pass through the root. Okay, so this is the diameter formula. The number of edges on the longest path between any two nodes which need not pass through the root. Okay, so what does it means? So if you take this example, so here, see here, uh, what is the diameter? The diameter is 3. And what is the formula of diameter? See it here, like the number of edges on the longest path between any two nodes. Okay, so what is the longest path in this tree? So the longest path is from this 4 to this 3, and another one is, let's take a different color, from this 5 to this 3. So we have to calculate number of edges. So here 1 2 3. Okay, and I just change the color. 1, again it is 2, and it is 3. So any chance the longest path is 3 and our answer or the diameter is also 3. So this is the question. Like we have to make sure we get the longest path between two nodes. Simple. So actually we need simple one thing, longest path between two nodes. This is our end goal. We need the longest path between two nodes, and the longest should be the longest in the tree. Okay, and it doesn't require to pass via root. Maybe it could be different. Okay, so how actually we got it actually? So we can use DFS for this. So I just put it here. It would be much more better. So we'll apply DFS and let's visualize it. So most of the cases, the longest path should be between two nodes, node at the two edges. Yes, most of the time, because that will be the longest path. Okay, the Minos Parsu. So see here, the diameter is the longest path counted in edges between any two nodes. Edges counted in edges. So number of edges we have to ensure. The path may not pass through the root, but it always bend at some node. Okay, at each node, the longest path that bends there equals left no height plus right height. So we run one post order pass. The helper return each node height, along with we keep the global based of left height and right height. Okay. So what does it wants to say? See, if you see it here, that every time when you calculate path, there is a bend. See, in this one we got a bend in both of the cases, for this white cases, for this orange cases. Every time we got a bend here. So just see, on this bend or this one, if we calculate the right height and the left height and we just add them. Okay, so let me come here, and I think I should make a copy. Now write it on using this YOLO. So see, uh, we are having a bend. See, in this one we are having the bend. So whenever we reach the bend, if we calculate the depth of this part or the height of this part and the height of this part and we add them, So the height of the left part is 2 and the height of the right part is 1. If we add them, we will easily get our total depth or total diameter, which is 3, not depth, the diameter, which is 3. So even for this case also, this bends like here, so it bends where it bends. So it bends into two portion, like in this one it bends like this, in this two it bends like this. Okay, so if we calculate the total height of this part, this, not this 4, just remove the 4 because we are not taking the 4, and the total height of this right part. So total height of this part is actually 2 and this right part is actually 1. So if we add them, it will become 2 plus 1, which is 3, and which is our diameter. So how we could solve it? So using DFS, if we go to every node and check the left height, check the right height and sum them. Go to this node, check the left height, check the right height, sum them. And at the end, we take the maximum among the tree. If we take the maximum among the tree, we actually get the diameter. Okay. So our uh, our actual approach is, for every node calculate left height plus right height. So every node calculate left height plus right height. Okay, and get the maximum. Okay, get the maximum of the tree. Simple. For every node, calculate the left height and the right height and get the maximum of the tree. Simple. So we can actually solve it using DFS and recursion. Okay, let me write down the pseudocode here. So if our function is diameter and it take two things, a node and a variable which is our diameter. So actually this is our question, diameter. So our answer is actually this D here. This is our actual answer. So if anyhow the node is become null, then simply return 0 because there could not be any height if the node is null. Okay, so calculate the left height. So I just take it as left height, or LH, left height. It should be much more better. So it will be like the diameter, and it goes to the left part and it take the diameter. Okay, similarly go to the right part and get the right. Let's take it RH, right height, which is again also diameter, taking the node right and the diameter, or the answer, which will actually return at the end. So now what is the value of D? So we get our left height, we get our right height. So take the maximum of current D and the left height plus right height. Why? Because every time when we check, we go to the left part, take it. We go to the right part, take it, and we just add them up to get our diameter. So we just add it also here using, and we just check the maximum using this max function. Simple. And at the end, this is the D. But what should this function return? This function return one thing, return 1 plus max of left height and right height. So what this function do, what this maximum does actually, it goes to the left height, it goes to the right, like it goes to the left part, it goes to the right part, and whatever it get the maximum, it take that for the node and just push it to the upper value. Why? Because at the end we have to make sure that we take the maximum value. So like uh, suppose in this two it goes to this 4, it goes to this 5, which is maximum. So if suppose here it is 6, so this 5 is not any value for this 2, because this 5 only gives the height of 1 from this 2. See, from this 2 the 5 is 1 height, but this 4 can return a 2, because this height, this whole height has 2. The whole height of this part is 2, because from 2 to this 6 it is 2. So whenever we return from here, we will return the maximum, like we get the maximum this part, and our path for this case will become this one, because it is bigger. So we need the maximum. For that we are using this. So let's evaluate it. Okay, in the base case it should return the variable d is passed by value, meaning updated d with this the function does not affect the original value outside the fix. This d should be declared as the global variable. Okay, so we have to initialize d as a global variable. Why? Because it should not be passed by value, it should be passed by reference. Okay, I think this should work, or it is still not working. Okay, okay, let me check, because this is a perfectly runnable function. I know it clearly. Let's run the code using this pseudocode. Okay, so first we take the diameter of the node and the diameter. So here diameter of the binary tree, we are only given a root. So first take a diameter which is 0. We initialize with it 0. We are taking a solve function which will take the root and the diameter. Okay, so the diameter will be passed by value, not passed by reference. I think it should I use this to make sure that it works? Let's see it. I think this may be or may not be. Yes, actually the problem was we have to make sure we will pass by reference this, and also initialize d globally with 0. This is the simple thing we are missing. So here also return the diameter. Okay, so now write down this solve function. So it would be an integer, it will return an integer. We don't store that integer, so here we just call the function, but we don't store anything. Okay, because we don't need to store anything, because this diameter is a global function. You can do it with the diameter if we initialize the diameter out of this diameter of binary function, but I prefer this approach. Okay, so first take the node and then this diameter, and this should be passed by reference, not passed by value. So first we have to check that if the node is null, we have to return 0. Simple our base case. If the root, I take it as root, is null, then simply return 0. Okay, what is our next step? Left part and the right part. Okay, so take left height, let's take it, it will go to the left part, and which is root left, and dia uh, let me copy this, I don't want a spelling mistake. So then again go to the right part, Okay, now we go to both our right part and the left part. Now increase the diameter. So the diameter will be maximum of diameter, comma, left height plus right height. Simple. And then return the maximum of left height and right height with 1. So the return 1 plus max of left height and right height. This left height and this right height. Okay, so this is our simple function. Let's run it. It's working. Let's submit it. Yeah, it's completely work 100%. So this is our code for this problem, diameter of a binary tree. And you can see here the time complexity. Okay, the time complexity will be big O of n. N is the number of node, and the space complexity will be big O of h, which h is the height of the node, and this h or this space is for the recursion stack space. That's it. This is the question of binary tree or diameter of a binary tree. Go check out this question. Use this platform with this given link to get a 7-day free trial. Go check out this platform at dsa.checkout.com. Thank you very much.